Welcome back, everybody, to some more Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I've gone ahead and put our character to bed. It's now day 2 on our Going East challenge. 5:37 a.m. in the morning. We're just waking up. I gotta tell you, the sleeping mechanic in the game takes a lot longer than I remember it. I think I sat here for like 30 seconds waiting for him to wake up. I thought the game had froze. It was actually taking so long. But yeah, I didn't get a whole lot done. I think we ended the day off last time around like 11 in the morning, but I decided to just hang out at this house for the rest of the day since looking at the map, it looked like it might be the last house with a bed that I run into for some time. I'm hoping there might be a something up over past the forest and swamp area here, but I didn't want to take my chances, so I decided to hold up here for the rest of the evening and night. I should say afternoon, evening and night. And I did a little bit of reading. I only got a few things finished here. Alpha Male Quarterly, which I actually didn't read because I found out that it brings your survival skill to 1 and ours was already skill 3. And then I did read Computer World just to bring my skill to 1. And while Computer World isn't really that important, I wanted to have that, I wanted to start getting some of these books out of my inventory, and that was the fastest book to read at the time. So I can see I still got a lot more books that we've got to kind of jump into and read as well. Basically just keeping all of these so we can get all of our various skills up that could be useful for a lot of things in the future. That's kind of where we are at. Now, I was trying to craft before I went to bed. I wanted to get a little bit of crafting in. I thought it'd be cool to make a simple knife spear. It can be a pretty useful weapon, but I don't really have a lot of the stuff. I need a long stout branch. I couldn't find one. I need some thread. I could simply butcher. I got a stout branch, but that didn't work. And I could simply butcher these rags to get the thread. So I'm going to butcher these right now while I'm here, just so I can grab that thread and bring it with me. And then if we see a long stout branch in the forest as we travel through, because we are going to be traveling through, then we can pick it up and craft the spear real quick. Because the spear could be useful. So let's definitely grab all of this thread. Let me check and make sure I've definitely got everything now. I should take, oops, sorry. I should take some rags with me as well. But yeah, all I need now is the long stout branch or a poke cue or something like that. You can see I got 5 short strings I'm bringing with me as well because they don't take up a lot of space. So why not? I don't think I have any rags on me. So once again, it probably wouldn't hurt to have like 5 or so rags. If I had to craft bandages or something, I could most certainly do that. And we don't seem to be too overburdened. I'm so happy we found that travel pack, though. It's making a world of difference in terms of traveling. But we're still going to have to, or storing gear, I should say. But we're still going to have to drop that travel pack if we get into heavy combat. I see our left leg is a little over encumbered in our feet. Why our feet? Why are our feet over encumbered? What do I have on my feet that could be bothering me? I've got my socks. Steel-toed boots. Yeah, that's probably not helping too much, but they do provide a lot of protection, so I'm okay with that. The simple metal bolt, the sheath with the hunting knife, so I'm gonna go ahead and wield the hunting knife now. Takes us a couple seconds to wield our hunting knife. And then the left leg, what do I have that's on the left leg? Cargo pants with 18 items, the quiver. So the quiver is what's really hurting me. I can't put the quiver on my back. I guess I got the travel pack on my back. All right. Well, we'll just play it safe. I could boil. I probably should have boiled a little bit more water, but we've got 15. That's just water though. That's not clean water. Where's my clean water? I've got 10 clean water and I've got 15 regular water in a gallon jug. I don't think I have another gallon jug I could fill, nor do I think I could. I don't think I could deal with it even if I did. So I guess we just won't worry about it. right now. Let's go ahead and take a gummy vitamin. Brings our joy up and helps with health. We could take a caffeine pill, but we'll save that for if we need the extra speed or need to heighten our senses for some combat coming up. We are very hungry, so let's go ahead and I guess have some red sauce because that's going to go bad in 3 days. So we'll just keep eating just nothing but red sauce, our poor guy, until we're nice and full. And that's gonna leave the house, I guess, or end us off with the house. Oh, is that my stout branch right there? Nice. And I see a lot of you guys are making fun of me because I dropped the brandy on the ground, then decided not to take the flask. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I'm a terrible person, obviously. So is this my long stout branch? So if we want to craft right now our simple knife spear, we could definitely do that. It can be used to make reach attacks, which is always great. In terms of, does it utilize the attack of the hunting knife? It's got Pierce 19. Now the hunting knife has a cut of 76. So it's actually giving us more, it's giving us a little bit better, but it's pierce instead of cutting damage. I can't remember if there's a difference between the two. Cutting weapons, bashing weapons, piercing weapons. So there is a difference. So I think I'd almost rather stick with the cutting weapons. And the reason for that is because if I find a katana or a saber or a sword, I believe a lot of times those will use cutting damage. So maybe I don't want to make the spear. Actually, believe it or not, I actually think that a katana might be piercing. I can't remember now. I mean, I could go piercing. Having the reach would be nice, and piercing 19 would be nice. I could always work on a little bit of everything. Let's craft it. Simple knife spear. Alright, so stab 19. Bash 5. Really good with moves and stuff. The knife spear's a really good weapon. Nothing wrong about that. Alright, so we got to keep moving east. I think I'm going to head up and break out of the forest here and go east that way. Still staying pretty in line with my surroundings. Yeah, I'll just break up over the top of the forest. I don't think I want to continue with going through the forest if I can help it. Migos are my main concern. Also, somebody said I was smart in not going to the Migo watchtower because it is surrounded by Migos. So it looks like I definitely called that one. I feel pretty good about it, but I feel like it'd be weird to call something a Migo watchtower and then the game not spawn at least one Migo around it, which they said several Migos, and that's just horrifying. I think maybe the most Migos I've ever seen in one place was 2. I couldn't imagine any more than 2. 1 is a problem to deal with. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but some of you guys probably aren't familiar with the game. I know there's a lot of new viewers who are probably watching. Migos are nether creatures. They're nasty nether creatures. They'll hit and kill you in one hit. So they're just usually something you want to avoid at all costs. Until maybe later in the game when you've got a rifle and some good shooting skill. And then you can shoot one of those bad boys. And they can see from and hear from very far away. So if they do see or hear you, like for example, if one comes into our line of sight right now, chances are if we see him, he's going to see us. So a lot of times they're definitely a death sentence for early characters. And whenever I run into them, I always do seem to run into them traveling through forested areas or large open areas like I'm doing right now. I don't seem to see them as cities as much. I think that's because Migos and, oh boy, ants. I think that's because Migos and zombies actually fight each other. So a lot of times you won't see them in cities because they don't survive by the time, even if they spawn in a city, by the time by the time you get inside the city and they're inside there, they've already been fighting zombies and they just get overwhelmed. So we've got a corpse of a human up here. So not a zombie, actually a human that died. to some sort of causes. We don't really know how. He's got a couple items on him. Nothing in great condition, and nothing I think I want. So we're just going to keep moving. Now, the giant acidic ant actually is where I want to see where he is. So we don't want to fight him. He's ignoring me right now, but acidic ants will destroy us. And the thing about ants is usually where there's one ant, and this is both in-game and in real life. Usually where there's one ant, there's multiple ants. And there's another one. So we must be getting close to an anthill, which is not good because we can't fight. Yeah, we can't fight ants, and we can't go around them if they take up a large part of the area. So unfortunately, this field looks like it's going to be full of ants. I'm going to have to dip into the woods again. And try and go around these guys. Okay, there's 3 of them now. Now they're hostile. They can't see our current location, but they're yeah, now they're hostile. So, yeah, so we're gonna be breaking off into the woods here and leaving the ants behind. They take up, like I said, a very large portion of the map usually when you have a nest of them. So, hopefully we can actually get around them. These are the kind of things I'm actually worried about. Things like fungal blooms and stuff like that. That could really pose a problem. When they spread, they sometimes take over like mass, like 50, 20 tiles across areas. They could be really terrible. If I run into one of those, I'll have to figure something out. I might have to make a mask or something to protect myself. All right, what do we got up here? A group of groundhogs. All right, what are the chances that they attack me, right? They're moving away now. But it looks like we made it around the ants. All right, we can travel a little bit faster. I'm always nervous, though. I've done silly things moving this fast. I've stepped on landmines before. And ran into zombies, Migos, all sorts of crazy stuff. Moose. So what do we got here? Another human corpse. Basketball shorts, bra, a pair of slippers, panties. Nothing really useful there for us or our character. A road. What is this? Toxic waste dump. Alright, well we should, well we've already passed by it. I should have opened the map. But we got a road. So that's good news. Toxic waste dump might not be very safe to go to anyways. So that means we can follow the road. Maybe we'll find a vehicle or something. But it kind of gives us something to work with. This road's going straight east. So that's going to be the road we're going to follow for a bit. If we're lucky, we might run into maybe a police zone or something. I've got a pipe here. I might be able to do a makeshift crowbar. Let me see if I could do that. I cannot. I cannot because I need a hammer, I think. Makeshift crowbar would allow me to open up doors and windows without having to smash them. Okay, I actually don't even think I can make one in general. So we're going to leave the pipe for now. Wow, I mean, this road literally heads straight east. It's like it was made for me. Okay, a Kraken. Wood, ash. Okay. Alright. So we've got what appears to be some bodies down here. Usually that's pretty typical when you've got a Kraken. There is a baseball bat, but we don't need that. There's 3 bodies. There's boxing monthly. There is energy drink and some alcohol. So nothing there I really want. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to fight the Kraken. Because they're really hard to hit. They're more of a nuisance than anything. But the biggest problem with a Kraken is that a Kraken is a nether creature. And a lot of times where there's a Kraken, there's a Migo in the area. Not always, but they do go hand in hand. So let's just head up this way. It's a lot of crows. I've got a lot of ash right here, which makes me think nether portal or something. Something crashed here, actually. Maybe a helicopter. All right, we don't have a shovel, so we're not going to do anything with that. I think I could do a makeshift shovel. I don't have the tools to make it now, but I know you can make one. I guess I can't, though, make it right now. At all. Probably fabrication. I just don't have the skills for it. Alright, so once we get out of the Kraken's range, we'll head back down to the road here. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh boy, okay. Okay, it doesn't see me. Believe it or not, it actually does not see me. Okay, that, my friends, is Amigo. Oh my god, I can't believe it didn't see me. Had I been traveling on the road, that could have been a completely different experience. Now, the crazy thing is I actually didn't hear him. Amigos, they tend to make noise, which will show up in the text off to the right there. The noise they make is weird. They don't usually make like a creature noise. They usually make human noises. They're like a parrot. They mimic things they've heard. So you'll hear voices. You'll hear maybe like it'll say like, oh, police chief or something, or you know, soldier, or it'll be like somebody talking. Oh, okay. So that's 2 Migos. All right, so this is something I was worried about. What? Oh, Migo Scout Tower. Okay, well, probably a good thing I opened the map. All right, Migo Scout Towers are completely new to me. But now I see how they work. I bet there's really good gear at the Scout Tower. But I gotta tell you, that is not something I want to deal with. So we have a Kraken, we've got Amigo to the north and Amigo to the south right on the road. And Amigo up here to the north. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark their locations. So how do I do the color? Because I've never done the color before, but I'd like to... Oh, you probably do this. So I'd like to mark it with a color. There we go. So there's Amigo there, and there's Amigo here. And I like to mark them because then it kind of lets me know how far off I need to get. So chances are if there's 2, there's more. We got the Kraken to the south, but now I'd rather take my chances with the Kraken. So I'm thinking I'll have to either drop down and go around, which does require me going through the Kraken, or I gotta go north and go around. And the watchtower is more north of the road than it is south of the road. I think I'm going south and around. Now, I can't go too far backwards. So, we have to keep moving forward. So, at this point, I'm kind of at the mercy of whatever ends up happening here. If we run into another Migo. Well, I can't fight it, so I'll have to figure something out. Now I'm trying to move a little slower because my chances of him popping up in the corner there are pretty high. We know he's right there, so we just want to keep our distance or somewhere within this vicinity. I think I got to about here. To the watchtower, probably. Can I see the watchtower? No. Which makes sense. I wouldn't be able to. Okay, so more road down here. Okay, I need to turn safe mode back on just in case another Migo pops up. I turned that off originally. Okay, I've got a vehicle down here, plus a bunch of bodies around it. Now, are these human corpses? They are. There's some casings here. Fingerless gloves, a pack with cigarettes, caffeinated chewing gum, an inhaler, bike helmet, skirt. That is within my right to go search, so I'm going to go take a look. Probably humans that ran into a group of Migos and didn't fare too well. Now, I mainly just want to search their vehicle and see what they have. Because I see, what kind of vehicle is this? It's a limousine, okay. So, the battery's actually about to run out. 4 hours until empty. Is it missing anything? It seems to be okay. I'm assuming there's going to be alcohol and stuff. Maybe some food, though. Oh, a light battery. 2 light disposable batteries. Some free-floating battery charge. This can be reloaded with rechargeable battery cells. Okay. That's new to me. Here we go. So we've got a plastic bag of granola, chocolate-covered coffee beans, pretzels, fruit leathers, mineral water, fruit juice, a glass bottle of brandy. All this is still cold, too. The glass bottle of brandy. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't really need brandy. I didn't pick hardly any of that up. We're pretty good on hunger and thirst. But why don't we eat some more red sauce? There we go. Very hungry. I would like to pick some of this stuff up. I don't think I can, though. I definitely would like the mineral water. Insta salad. Oh, we did pick some of the mineral water up. Sorry, how much of it is here? It just says plastic bottle, so there must have been multiple. Because I have some mineral water. Fresh oatmeal, pickled herring, red sauce, toastums. I've got all these books I need to get rid of. Aluminum cans of things. All the boxes and stuff. Nothing here I can really get rid of. Bike helmet. Pair of wool socks. Inhaler. Caffeinated chewing gum. Alright. We'll do the caffeinated chewing gum right now. I guess we're just going to have to leave the rest of this stuff. I could sort all my food and try to pick stuff out of there. It's a little bit better than what we have, like the mineral water, because obviously having water's a lot better than some of the other crap, but why don't we drop the dried rice? Because that's not even going to be that good to eat. Drop the rest of the red sauce. And we'll grab the mineral water. Still can't grab that. Can I get the fruit leathers or any of this? One plastic bag of fruit leathers. That's it? That's all I can get from dropping that stuff? Nope, we got the granola. Okay, hold on. So we can't get the chocolate-covered pretzels. We can't get the mineral water. Okay, I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. Obviously, there's some casings over there, so there must have been a shootout between the limousine passengers and whatever attacked them, but the gun's not here, so somebody got here at some point and got all the good stuff and left me the what we found there. A little bit of stuff that we did find. All right, so we're going completely south of the Migo Tower now. Very big possibility we still could run into a Migo. I don't know how far they drift out from the tower, but those ones that we saw were, you know, definitely a pretty good distance away. I mean, if this guy can be that far north of the tower, there's no reason somebody can't be that far south. And silos. Silos and a farm field. So we found another farm. It's really, really close to the Migo Tower. I'm half tempted to pass it up. It's only 8:23 a.m. I don't know if I want to hang around the Migo Tower for too long. The nice thing about here is we could sit here and read and hold up for the night if there's a farmhouse. This is all just field right now. I wouldn't mind stopping and taking a break. We still haven't come into contact with... Look how far we've traveled. No towns. Nothing. We've already traveled, in my opinion... We've, let's see. Trying to see if there's a way to zoom out. I don't think there is, actually. But we've already traveled, you know, pretty far compared to a lot of my other past series. It was pretty impressive. So a silo and a farm field. Okay, the house. I think the house is over here someplace. Yeah, see, it's just too close for my comfort. I'm going to have to skip over it and enter this tree line here. But we're heading back into a forest. Oh, boy. All right, well, I'm going to leave it off here. We're out of time. Not super eventful episode, but still, we made great progress. Let's see where we ended here. So right there's the cabin we ended. So we came across, added a good amount of distance between us and our last point. I wish I had a chance to maybe go up to the toxic waste dump, but we had passed it by then a little too far to go back up for my taste. Got pretty lucky. We almost hit that Migo Scout Tower. I hate those things. I hate them. They've got to be fairly new. I've never seen them before this series. So I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that because they don't really stick out on the map that much. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to see the Migos faster than you see the Scout Tower half the time. Had those Migos been like this way a little bit more, we might have ran into one a lot quicker. So we really got to watch out for that. So we knew there was two of them there. I wonder if there'd be any more than two, 3 or 4 maybe. The big thing too, I think, with the Scout Tower is if you've got Migos and that many Migos in an area, the Scout Tower has to have. It's got to have something good, right? It has to. Maybe if we ever get our rifle up or our crossbow skills up or something, we can go explore one of those towers. I'd be curious to know what's there. That being said, though, thank you all for joining me. Hope that you've enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing ya next time.